What's up, guys? It is Monday, April 22nd. Today is the first day of my last clerkship of M3 year. I'm starting pediatrics today. I really do not know what to expect from peds. Orientation starts at 8:30. What's up, guys? It's 5:20 p.m. on Tuesday, April 23rd. Today was my second day of my pediatrics rotation. So we're basically spending 2 weeks at a time on a given service. So this first week I'm in the resident clinic, and it's pretty much been shadowing yesterday and today, which I'm actually fine with, just because peds is so different from adult medicine. And so I'm like, this is completely new to me. I just, want to see a few examples before I kind of see a patient on my own. So, a good experience so far. The residents I've worked with have been nice, and the attendings have also been really nice. I am a little bit intimidated, honestly, about learning the vaccine schedule and learning the milestones, which it's really hard to put in the effort on my last rotation, just because I'm so worn. I don't know that I want to say worn out, but it's just it's kind of like I was saying this before, almost like a feeling of senioritis, even though I'm not a senior. It's just third year is such a hard year. You work so hard, you put in so much time, you're working full time, you're studying, and it's you've been at it so hard for 3 years now, and it's just oh my goodness, when does it end? So it's just been a little bit hard to kind of muster up the energy really to study like I should. 5:23 now. I really feel like just getting on the couch and watching TV, but I think I really do just need to focus for at least a few hours this evening. I have not finished my UWorld questions, but yeah, I think if I really just focus, that I can get back on track. So that's pretty much all I'm gonna say for today. What's up, guys? It is Friday, April 26th, and it is the end of my first week on my pediatrics rotation. Honestly, I'm gonna keep this a little bit short. We have a quiz in 45 minutes. It's been a positive experience. It's been really busy though, so most of the time I only get through 5 or less UWorld questions in a day before I go home. So I have the majority of my questions left. So that's been challenging. But it's been nice to kind of stay busy and be up and in and out of patient rooms. The majority of the patients we've been seeing have been babies. So we've had newborns, 7 days old. We've had their regular 2-month, 4-month, 6-month well child checks. We have had a few kids 5 years old, 7 years old, but mostly babies, which honestly has been really fun. Right now I'm actually starting to kind of ramp up towards step studying. So what I do is I do a certain amount of pediatrics questions a day to make sure that I'm done by a certain time, but I'm also now adding in just mixed sets of questions, and I usually just do 10 of those at a time. So getting both of those sets of questions done has been a challenge. Peds does not have any weekends unless you have time to make up. Ooh, this water is nice and cold. But anyway, I'm having a good time. Next week, I will have a few more days in resident clinic, and then I will have some days with the advanced practice providers, so nurse practitioners, PAs. I think that's all I really want to say for today, so I will check in with you guys later. What's up, guys? It is Monday, May 13th. It is the start of my 4th week on pediatrics, and I don't know that I updated you guys on last week. So last week I was on newborn nursery. That was actually so much fun. Basically, we were just arriving around 7:15-ish. And the first day we kind of watched and learned the ropes, but after that we would just follow one baby. And so yeah, you show up, you chart check, you go over all the things that are important for a newborn, such as how much they're eating, what they're eating, how many stools and wet diapers they're having, what their bilirubin level is, what the threshold is for phototherapy, their weight gain or weight loss, and what % down, things like that. And then we would really have kind of a long gap between doing that, seeing the babies, and then having table rounds with the attending. So that was kind of nice. A little bit of time to do questions and things. And then it was really pretty informal after that. Kind of depended what happened. If they called the pediatrics team down to a delivery, then we would go. And it was me and another student, so we kind of would alternate. So I did get to go to 2 deliveries last week, which I was very excited about. So the first delivery I went to, I was just watching, kind of learning. And then the second one, I got to kind of take the baby after they handed it off, like after the OB team handed the baby off. I took the baby over to the warmer and then like helped participate with just the routine newborn resuscitation. So that was really fun. Of course, I love being a part of deliveries. So last week was a good week. Today, this week, I am going to be in subspecialty clinic. We really have a lot of autonomy in terms of who we are with every day. So I am planning on doing endocrinology today, pediatric endocrinology. But there's all kinds of subspecialties. I don't even remember them all. But there's like cardiology, gastroenterology, endocrinology, nephrology. Basically anything you can have in adult medicine, you can have the peds version of it. Just wanted to update you guys on what I was up to last week and what this week is going to look like. So I will catch up with you guys a little bit later. Good morning. It is Friday? Yeah, Friday, May 24th. This is the end of my first week on wards. It's just been 4 days. Monday I was traveling. And I'm very tired, if you could not tell. Part of it is just like how sleep deprived I was for the weekend, because like every night I was not getting enough sleep, but I was having fun. And then when we got back Monday, we got back late, and then Tuesday night was my fault. I made a decision to stay up and watch Bridgerton. Going back to these 6 a.m. start times is just, it's a lot. And wards has been interesting. It's very similar to internal medicine. I mean, it essentially is internal medicine, just for kids. So I've seen a lot of different things. I've been following, so the first day I took 1 or 2 patients, I think. Yeah. Then the second day I added 1, and I've been seeing 3 patients a day since then. I think the max is 4, so we'll see. I've seen a decent amount of different kinds of rashes, some of which we have no idea what they are. Seen some very interesting neurological manifestations. Actually, that came in yesterday, so I'm very curious to see like what that's gonna be. I'm almost to my destination, so I will see you guys later. What's up, guys? Good morning. I am fighting with my hair this morning to get it to look halfway decent. Anyway, I am near the end of my pediatrics clerkship. I am currently on hematology oncology. It's Friday, June 7th. This is the first week of this sub-rotation, and then next week is the final week. Okay, just a little brief word on what HEMONC has been like. So Monday was just morning clinic. Tuesday, I don't even remember. The days are like being blurred, but essentially we've spent our time in the hospital with basically patients that require some kind of inpatient service. So either if they're actively receiving chemotherapy and they're coming for that treatment, or let's say they need to get regular transfusions for severe iron deficiency, or if they need to get phlebotomy for hemochromatosis. And I've seen all 3 of those cases since we have been on this clerkship. We have been in that setting. We've also gone over to the outpatient clinic. In the outpatient setting, you kind of see people who have stable hematologic disorders or abnormalities that don't really require in-hospital management. So for example, we had a little girl that had like a hemangioma on her nose. And so really just like managing that medically with propranolol. Not sure of the mechanism of action, but apparently beta blockers can help shrink them a little bit. So just following up with her and saying like, hey, what does it look like today compared to last time? It's not that we've seen a ton of patients, but the notes do take some effort to write. I had one kid yesterday who really is quite a case. His hospital course, even though it was only a week, there was just a lot going on with him and a lot of workup. We had neuro involved, we had infectious disease involved, we had and Heme involved, and it's just like, what is going on with this kid? So writing his note yesterday when he followed up with Heme was just kind of confusing and overwhelming, and I'm not even sure I did it right. I just did something. It's Wednesday, June 12th. It is my last official clinic day as a third-year med student. That's crazy. It is the end of my pediatrics rotation. Today we have a half day. Tomorrow we have off, and the following day is our shelf exam. So, that's crazy. I just wanted to catch up with you guys. Today is the last official day, and y'all, I just took my last shelf exam ever. I'm officially a fourth-year med student, and that is blowing my mind. All right, anyway, I just kind of wanted to round out my pediatrics vlog, my last clerkship video. Oh, crazy. There's not a ton to say. I just wanted to be consistent and just share with you guys my overall thoughts. Honestly, it was a good clerkship and a good clerkship to end on. Being at the end of the year is just a hard time, and it's not going to matter what clerkship you're on. On one hand, there's kind of an expectation that, oh, it's the end of the year, you should be really adept, and you should have a lot of knowledge you've gained by now, and that's kind of true. But also, ending with pediatrics was interesting because pediatric medicine is completely different from every other clerkship that we've had. Like, there are regulations on what drugs can be used in pediatric populations, and like what's the actual threshold for treating certain things in pediatric populations. So there may be things that we've learned about in adult populations, but the management is completely different in pediatric populations. So that was something that was very different about this clerkship. But I would say, after just spending time with the patients, seeing how certain conditions are managed, things did become very second nature. So it wasn't like too steep of a learning curve for peds. The last thing I want to talk about is how I studied. Very simple, pretty much just U-World. Like, U-World. We were required to do aquifer cases. Those were not helpful for me. I didn't really learn from them. Also, I would recommend that whatever clinic or hospital you get placed at, definitely ask them for their vaccination schedule. Even though this is available on the CDC website, it's very it's not condensed, so you have to like scroll through a lot and click through a lot of pages to see everything. But the imprints that they have in the clinic are usually condensed, and everything's on one page, so that could be very helpful. That's like its own little like study reference sheet in and of itself. And also, any handouts they have about developmental milestones, I would say for sure take those. I felt like everything I needed to know was well represented in U-World. I just took the shelf exam, and I felt like I did pretty well. So we'll know officially on Monday how that went. But yes, U-World has been my mainstay of studying. So that brings me to the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And stay tuned for videos on my Step 2 dedicated study. Now that I'm officially done with clerkships, I am going to be shifting my focus entirely. So I will be doing a video on that, and eventually I will be doing a study methods video as well as a score reveal. So stay tuned for that. But I will see you guys in the next video.
Not worried that I need to help you. Let's speak more, let's reach more proof.